Hi everyone, my name is Doug. I'm the founder and designer of the Hollow Wheels, and I want to show a lot of the work behind the scenes of what I did to improve the comfort from the V2 here to the V3. There's a substantial amount of differences, but about 3 years in the making so far, listening to a lot of customers, their feedback, while also working with the manufacturers, seeing what's possible, and marrying the two to create the V3. Here you can see this is the V2. In particular, this is the V2 Comfort. You can see the ribbing, you can see how the material goes all the way to the back, and there's all these little ribs, and it squishes quite easily. And that worked well. And this is a V3 where the structure is much different inside. You can see there's less, it's still hollow, there's still pockets in there, but added a lot more strength to the core, a lot better interface of the from the rubber to the core, and that allows us to deflect more, but be able to maintain more weight and things like that. You can also see here that I also changed these ribs where they now extend a lot further, and that helps engage the suspension inserts. Not only that, but the geometry changes are much different too. So this is a much flatter contact patch, whereas you can see from back to back, the negative camber is much different. But not only that, the material is substantially different. We went with an even lower durometer and a much higher flexural modulus, which is really important. Durometers, they all can vary. A durometer test, all it is basically a little needle ball point that's forced into the rubber or the urethane, whatever it might be. So durometer and flexural modulus are really what determines the comfort of the wheel. There's a whole lot of other things, but those are the major ones. So if you have a material that has lower flexural modulus, it'll be a lot stiffer. A higher flexural modulus, you'll be able to squish it a lot more. So this has a much higher flexural modulus than the previous wheel. So it basically requires a lot more force to squish. And the durometer also is different. This one's a 72A. Not only that, but because this has higher flexural modulus, in order to get the best efficiency, it's a trade-off. You either have very comfortable wheel, which means it's really squishy. Rolling resistance will be low, but the suspension insert basically allows you to tune that. So if you want more efficiency, if you want less comfort, more grip, then you can play around with the suspension insert. For instance, you can put no suspension inserts in the front and suspension inserts in the back if you want a little bit more comfort, that kind of thing. But here you see those are the things. And over the past 3 years, what I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of testing. As you can see in the skid pad test, I also purchased an Xsens motion sensor. So Xsens it's a renowned motion capture company. We're the top of the world. And you might have seen some of their work in motion capture in popular movies like Ted, where they do movie motion capture. The teddy bear is all CGI, but they have an actual actor that's wearing a bunch of these little sensors. And this is an accelerometer. This is about $1,700. It can measure multi-thousands hertz, high frequencies. And you need this kind of technology, this instrumentation, in order to fine-tune comfort. How do I design a wheel that has high comfort? Well, number one, you need a sensor like this to measure vibrations on the board. So once you put this on the board, I'm measuring about 1,000 hertz. And what I'm looking for from this accelerometer is basically peak vibration, G-force in this case. You want to avoid that as much as possible. I'll be taking, riding along really rough terrain, doing A/B tests between different wheels. And so we'll go into that and stay tuned. So there you have it with the V3 Performance hollow wheel. It's an overall just a better designed wheel. Something that we took a lot of time and care. It spared no expense in order to create the best wheel that I possibly could have. So thank you so much. I'm really proud of this wheel, and please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much.